Hi, my name is Kiki, and welcome to Kiki and Her Guides. Here, I like to make pick a card readings, really, to help you with your guidance. Like, I hope me and my guides can really help you along your path. I understand that we all face challenges, and we also all get confused of where we're heading in life. And we all just a little bit of guidance, and that's what this is here for. I want to help you in your path of finding more peace in what's going on with you right now. This here is an energy check. I plan on doing these weekly, and I have 4 piles here, so 4 different collectives. I was channeling energy, so do pick whichever pile you feel is most suited towards you. So we are going to head straight into the reading. If you have to pause, this is the time. Oh, quick little half-side promotion. Do follow me on Instagram. I officially have launched my little Instagram page for me and my and stuff there, whatever. But yeah, come look at it. I think it's really cool. I am going to try to post more often and be more interactive. And let me know if any other social media I should jump on if you want to interact more with me. But yeah, let's head straight into this reading with pile number 1. So ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's see what's happening in this pile's energy. Well, if this is pile number 1, so ancestors, angels, and my guides, please guide me in this message here today and show me what is being attracted for pile number 1. What is happening in pile number 1's energy here? I feel like that's a lot, so I'm just gonna kind of throw it back, reshuffle, and then whatever comes out, comes out. If cards come out twice, I normally take that as a really definite sign that that's important. Ooh. Okay. At the bottom, we have the 3 of coins. You also have the 3 of cups in reverse here, so you have double 3s. You also have this 8 of wands, followed by the 9 of coins, the hermit in reverse, and then you have the page of cups. Okay. So this part of you who you need to kind of go out and have fun, and that's kind of the energy you were having. You really need this, in the energy you were attracting is this inspiration, this hope of getting you out of kind of maybe this period of isolation, because I feel like these 2 cards are very similar with one another with what's going on. So there's this energy of you just kind of in this period of isolation, but coming out of that soon and reconnected to your your emotions and just having a lot more of a fun, enjoyable time coming up soon. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's clarify this 3 of cups in reverse, because it's 4 wants stability, and celebration. Yeah, like I was saying, there's a sense of you going out and having fun with friends and just feeling very having celebration, doing your own thing. What's this hermit in reverse about then, Spirit? Ace of Wands in reverse. Some of you may be really trying to work towards a goal of some sort, but you're unsure how it's going. You have the Hierophant on the bottom here, too, as well. So there's definitely the sense of you, needing to have fun because you aren't really sure what next opportunity you want to take. Let's see. Yeah, because, you really want to, you want to step into this, 10 of Pentacles energy. You're just unsure of what moves to really make, so that's why you're also in this isolation period, which is not too bad. You are seeming to have this Ace of Wands, which is in this inspiration and this feeling of getting back into inspire. Yeah, you're definitely doing some research and trying to understand what's going on around you, and just you're pretty much starting to research. I feel like you're definitely just having fun and trying to discover what you're doing this week. This is a very altruistic week here. This is really good energy in reality. I feel like what you're attracting right now is just this positive, I'm gonna have some fun and I'm gonna try to figure it out. It's this feeling of taking those first few steps in your a journey and keep going forward, and that's actually super awesome. So let's see this. What's this 9 of coins about then, Spirit? This 3 of cups in reverse keeps coming up. Yeah, I feel after a lots of time of trying to contemplate what you want to do next, you're definitely starting to reflect on what you want to manifest and what you're trying to move forward in. Yeah, and you were very much embracing your emotions and your creativity. What's this Page of Cups in reverse about then, Spirit? Mm-hmm. I was feeling like really positive energy from this pile when I was like channeling. Okay, so but you're not jumping into a decision yet. Yeah, that's what I get from the Fool in Reverse, which just talks about delays, and especially with that like Page of Cups, it's just like still kind of immature energy as well. So there's definitely this sense of you starting to work on like what you want and desire. Yeah, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse, and like this Knight of Pentacles. So there's like, oh, and you have the Magician again. So yeah, there's definitely this sense of just like you're working on like the energy around you and how to manifest definitely, and you're like trying to figure out what you want in the future. You're this week is like a really big week of thinking, finding new passion, new hope, and movement forward, but being unsure of how to fully move forward in that direction. So lots about review, lots about reflection, lots about just doing like the little steps of like thinking things through, like the beginnings of a plan. And that's like why this is not like, this is great energy, honestly. This is like, if you started like making moves towards certain goals of yours, awesome. Or like even not even like maybe actually doing this stuff, but starting to think of how you're going to do it. Like that's this energy of like you're starting a new path, a new journey, but you're not fully making the commitment yet because you're trying to figure out how to make that commitment first by reflecting and weighing your options, which is super smart. Honestly, that's a really good thing. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit, about what's happening in this person's energy? Temperance, which is about balancing things, right? This deck also makes me feel like you're juggling a lot, which may be a warning of feeling very overwhelmed. You have the King of Pentacles on the bottom too, which is also just being in control of everything. Not necessarily in a bad way. This is more so like you're very good at managing multiple things at once, or like multitasking, and just doing things in a very like direct way. Yeah, but there's still a sense of you like not fully going there yet. So this is like this energy you're heading into right away right now. It's just really this energy of contemplation, especially over the next little while, which is good. You don't have to worry. I don't really see like too much like happening. It's why you definitely will be hanging out with friends with all these threes here. Lots about collaboration and hanging out with people and just doing your own thing. You have another three here at this Three of Swords. So you definitely were like going through like a lot before this too. Like you may have been like very down and out for quite some time as well with this Three of Swords here. Let's see. But you're moving away from that. Like part of you may be resisting a little, definitely since it's still in reverse, but you're like still heading in that like direction of moving away. Yeah, the Seven of Wands here too. So there's some obstacles you still have to overcome from the pain and the hurt you're going through. So you also are dealing with that this week. So it's not like it's just walks away, but you have all this to also look forward to, like new movement forward. Like this is like a really good energy of you heading in, you starting to head in the right direction, starting to head into all of the things you are meant to in one step at a time, and just starting to balance and starting to maybe weigh some more. You had with that King of Pentacles, yeah, definitely let's talk about like maybe like handling more things, juggling, or like even making your schedule more like balanced, more concrete, more intertwined, lots more flexible. Or some of you may be adding like extra things to the side too. Like some of you may be working 2 jobs and you're trying to balance like your actual job, or you're in your side hustle now, or like you're trying to debate how to do that. Like there's like this is energy of like the beginnings, but not fully making that step yet. Let's pull some oracle cards. So ancestors, angels, and guides. Any additional information about what the energy they are heading into right now? Any additional information? So we start with your hard work is paying off. Yeah, like there's a sense of you starting to, like you moving forward and you're making hard work. You're starting to feel that. I was definitely feeling Capricorn energy earlier too. So definitely some of you may be an earth sign with all that earth energy, but you also could just be working on things diligently, which is like, even with that, like the 10th house influence, and stuff. So like, sorry, I'm walking on a little bit. I forgot. I'm going to pull some more stuff, but like, let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else here, Spirit? Okay, so we have a new romantic cycle begins on the bottom. So I feel like more so a new like cycle itself. I don't really feel a lot of like romance for most of you. Some of you may actually have a new romantic cycle, but like I feel for most of you, you're entering to this cycle of like new like self-care, self-love, just from all the cards here. You have nothing will come from the situation, and I feel like that has to do with the heartbreak. But let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. What's this? Nothing will come from the situation. If some of you had past dealings with a water sign, they were very immature, and you're definitely starting to move away from this person, and you're having a tower moment about that, and that's going to bring in new love. So, yeah, look, yeah, you're definitely going to get some new love with that, both of those two cards. So, like, but that's like a message for some of you. If you're specifically dealing with like an immature person, they may have ghosted you, but they do think about you a lot, and they do regret letting you go. But they were definitely very imbalanced. So, honestly, take that as you may. But, like, it's best to just kind of let them go for now, because they are not in the proper energy to give to you. Just, like, since they are coming in as that knight instead of, like, a king, or even, like, I would take the queen either, too, right? Anybody else except the two lower courts. But they are definitely seem to be like a little bit more mature. They do definitely have a lot of romantic feelings towards you. It's not like that wasn't a thing, but there's this energy that like they seem to be just not in the right place to be with you. They definitely have a lot going on mentally. They may be having some financial issues as well. But they're like very much like they're trying to get out of their head to pursue you. And they think about you a lot. They're very passionate about you as well. But like I said, I just think they maybe feel really stuck right now and very cold as towards you. Or they may feel like you're very cold and they're not sure of exactly how to get towards you. And that's what's causing that delay. This person does have a lot of feelings, like strong structural feelings towards you. Like they do know how they feel. But right now they're just not in the position to really be there for you, but they do hope for the future. But right now, things are not really fair in their scales with that Six of Pentacles. I always feel like with this Six of Pentacles in this specific deck, it's like this an unfair trade, but also not seeing for things for the value that they are. So there's definitely the sense like they are not feeling like right, like where they are there, everything's unfair, and they do think of being with you, but they're just not in a position to give to you, and that causes anxiety. Not only anxiety, but that just causes them not to really feel like they're able to do that, so they just don't want to, like, it's not like they don't like you, it's more so like they're not in the position to give to you, so they won't. And because they just know that, like, nothing will come from it if I go towards you. Well, I'm in this situation now. And like that's why they haven't made a move. They want to, but there's no point if they can't actually do it in a way that's like beneficial to their lives as well. All right, so you don't have to, like, you can ignore this person for now and kind of move forward on like your own journey in your path. I think that's just a side message for some of you, but like I feel like that was very important to talk about. So like this week may just work on like maybe letting them go, but not because like you don't have feelings for them or like because they treated you like they didn't have feelings for you, but because just the situation wasn't right, really. So that's why nothing will come from it. It just wasn't right because of the circumstances around that. You're meant to be focusing on your new paths. You have both these new moon cards too, which also just represent like new beginnings or the start of a new journey of some sort. So definitely just a lot of like you're heading into a new chapter in your life. So you don't really have to like worry about this person. You have a spirit of gratitude. Yeah, just take patience and like start to move towards your purpose with this card here. And just start to like go on that path of doing things one bit at a time and on like the proper way towards your journey as well. So you don't have to like worry about this person. Like don't ever think they didn't have actual feelings for you. It's just they're not in a place to give to you is the best way to say that. But like then on the other hand, like keep working, like keep doing things for your own self and like keep focusing on like your goals, your like and like your long-term career goals, like Capricorn also like rules the 10th house, right? So that's also about your long-term goals and like doing the work and they'll end up paying off later, right? So let's see, anything else here, Spirit? So So you have trust the niggle. What is the niggler feeling trying to tell you? Which is just asking you to trust your intuition. Have a lot more fun too. Like I was saying, you will definitely be going out having fun with your friends, and that's going to help you like raise your vibration. And also, some of you may like do like. Some of you may need to trust your intuition more with these niggle cards and this card here, which about your vibration rising and stuff. So definitely the sense of like, you seem to be like moving forward into this more positive light. Like, see these cards here, they're very dark too as well. And as you move forward, these are very like, I know this deck is very pinkish. No, this deck is not really even pinkish. This is the cards in there, but you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of darkish, and you're kind of getting out of this energy into this really like bright energy up here. And like, that's cool. Like, you're doing things one step at a time through your healing journey, like you are meant to. Don't ever think you aren't, like, one step is not enough. And like, go out, have fun with your friends, and like, go celebrate, go collaborate, go get creative, and like, get in your energy, and just do your own thing, really. And then like, as you do that, you'll probably end up meeting someone new and bring in a new romantic cycle. You may meet that person in the really soon energy as well, since this is an energy check, and if it's coming up now, it's definitely like on your path. And I hope, like, it just works. But let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else here, Spirit? So big happy changes are on their way towards you because you're doing all this hard work, and things are kind of just going to have a resolution, and you're also going to get over this person. Definitely a lot of people around you who want to be there for you. That's why you're also having all those friend cards, those collaboration cards too, right? So there's definitely lots of people around you who want to be there for you in a proper light and just bring a lot of luck and abundance and joy into your life. And like emotional abundance, I mean more so. I don't really see lots of things like changing that quickly in terms of finances quickly for you, but definitely emotionally and like things starting to charge forward, you're definitely starting that journey. Yeah, you definitely seem to be on this like path towards like a new future. Love and yeah, this is also has like a movement forward type of card here. So like, yeah, I feel like you're just being asked to keep enduring and moving forward and keep just like heading towards your path. This is definitely like a lots of Six of Swords energy here too, which is just like movement forward and moving on from your past into like bright futures, hopefully. But for you, a lot of you, it seems like you're like having some sort of payoff of some sort. Yeah, so definitely, and you also, some of you may be getting like a spiritual connection coming in soon, so that's actually pretty positive too. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional information here about what's going on in this pile here? Anything else? Anything else? Okay. So, at the bottom, we have taking a moment for introspection. Think about your goals. Yeah, so you're definitely just in this energy of thinking about your goals, thinking about, like, what's happening next in your life, and that's good. Like, this is the energy of this is really good, in my opinion. You have November. You have vagueness may lead to misconceptions as subconscious presents itself through dreams, which just reminds me of paying attention to your dreams and, like, remembering to, like, trust that you are on the right path and trusting into your intuition. You have union amongst partners is reached when there is romance, desire, and shared values, so which just promotes the fact that a lot of you may be entering into a relationship of some sort soon. So, like, that's good. It's in the energy. Expect someone to contact you. You have ninth house influence. Your code of ethics is your own path. And I feel like that aligns with this values card too, which is just like move forward in the way that you seem fit. The things that like you are doing, like stay firm in your values and your beliefs, and like you're going to attract the right people into your life because that's like your energy and you attract that, right? So you have 10th house influence, which is about your reputation. I was talking about the 10th house too. So like lots about movement, moving hard, like lots of movement forward. You have your reputation's on the line. Your public image is being affected. So some of you may be doing, hoping for, been working really hard on social media, or even just like towards some form of like recognition, and like, yeah, whether in your job field or in like your friend zone or in romance, and that's definitely going to pay off because you've been working hard towards that. You have tranquility is found through harmonious relationships. Patience may be seen as a form of peace, and that's the second message of like a peace coming into your life soon, and it's probably going to come from some form of a union, and someone who is definitely making a bold move towards you, or you're making a bold move soon. But definitely a sense of there's a big change happening, which reminds me of that Ace of Wands too. So definitely this energy of like something is really going to happen that's going to shift things in your life to move forward, which is awesome. Okay, so we're going to grab some charms because I feel like that's really it for this stuff. But like I was pretty much saying, you are seeming to move forward in a proper direction, and things are starting to come into your life in a better way. And just allow for like things to come in time, and don't be like. Be patient. You have that message of patience. It's going to come and you're going to have peace from it, peaceful resolution. You're going to let go of that person from the past, or you're at least starting to move on from that. And you may meet someone coming up soon who's going to be a spark within you, whether, because you are either having a creative spark or a romantic spark of some sort and some passionate beginnings. But there is definitely going to be just something that changes your life, whether it be one of those two things. I feel for a lot of you, it's definitely just a creative passion, just kind of like starting to spark and move forward because you had all that stuff about like the 10th house influence and like working hard towards goals. And I think that's really the main thing here is you starting to do those things. But for some of you, there is that romantic message, or you may be having a mixture of both this coming this week, or like whatever, take what resonates. So you have luck. Definitely, okay, you have luck coming towards you, and there is a sense of like things being rested. You were having like a period of rest, but you are about to build some stability. There is something definitely creative around you that's going to spark some form of abundance. So I would take that as a good sign, and honestly just think that things are going to move forward in the proper way. So, but yeah, I think that's really all I have for you, pile number 1. But yeah, definitely keep doing what you're doing. Definitely keep reflecting and trying to really plan out these goals and how to like upgrade, how to be more determined, especially if you've been on that journey and like trying to build like a presence of some sort, and or even like being more noticed in like any field. Just what you're doing right now is actually helping you a lot, and start to like reevaluate how can you do better to be more seen, and that's going to also help you upgrade as well. That's my piece of advice from you to help you along this path, really. So just keep doing what you're doing and start to reevaluate. But yeah, that's all I have for you, Pile. I want to hope you enjoyed this message. Please, if you enjoyed the message, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's up in the comments. If you have any like thing you guys want me to do as extra readings, I will definitely see how to add it into my schedule. And yeah, thank you for watching this reading with me. And yeah, oh yeah, follow me on my Instagram. I did drop the page. I am trying to broaden more on my social medias. So just like let me know what's up, and I will totally accommodate it, like add towards. But yeah, that's all I had for you, pile number 1. Thank you. So let's move on. Pile number 2. Okay. So, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Well, okay. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. Before I'm rude, don't think I'm rude. Let's do your energy check and see kind of what's up, and let's get into it. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, please guide me in this reading here today. Please show me what's going on in pile number 2's energy. What is going on in pile number 2's energy? So, okay, some of you may be really like confused about what to do right now. You're definitely weighing a lot of your options, and you seem to have a lot going on. You may be very like, not really uninspired or unmotivated, but there's maybe like overwhelmed. Not to the point that gives you anxiety or stress, but you're like, oh, I just don't know what to do. Like, have you ever just felt like exasperated? I think that's the word you use in this case, where it's like you just like you have to do something, but you're unsure, and because you're unsure, you don't want to do it. Like that's kind of the energy I feel here. But let's see, ancestors, angels, my guides. Anything else about what's going on in this person's energy and like what they are attracting in their energy? okay, some of you are moving on from someone in your past that just was very rocky. You're starting to gain more confidence, or you're starting to wonder how to gain more confidence. It's better how to say that with that Ace of the Hermit there. Anything else here, Spirit? But things are definitely going to change for you. Oh. Well, let's see. This came up weird because I dropped it. Okay, it's an upright. That's what I thought. There's a sense of like you moving forward though, and like starting to have a really big change of some sort, and you're releasing any of your negative codependencies and your negative toxic patterns, and you're starting to just feel more emotionally abundant and more emotionally fulfilled, which is honestly wonderful energy. And I think that's your week right now. So like, okay, well, the energy you are attracting is the better way to say it. So like after like just a period of confusion and unsureness of what you're doing, you are finally going to move on from like your past here that was like kind of, like hard on you. You're starting to move towards more confidence, and so you're starting to discover yourself a lot better, and you're going to find a big change, and you're going to start to beat your addictions and move forward. And this is going to be like a very pivotal moment for you, because it's going to be like that moment that you're connecting back into your inner strength, your inner confidence, your inner keenness, and you're just going to start to like boom, go up there, get it. Like, you're turning into a bad bitch. Well, like, or, okay, I don't want to be rude. I'm more so like, you're turning into like this lot more confident in yourself. You're a lot more like, I could do this. You're a lot more motivated. And there's just this energy of like, you're like kicking any lid. You're like, your toxicity within yourself out. Some of you like, there's this relationship that didn't like get off the ground that you ended up letting go of, and like you may be thinking and contemplating in the past because you did see like a really solid future with this person, and like you thought this was going to be a very like solid commitment. Anything else about this here? Because this is about that relationship. Yeah, you feel like all the time you put into it kind of was a waste. But in reality, it's not a waste. It was just a lesson you learned that was going to help you start to charge forward towards your passions and start to really ignite yourself again and like start to move forward. But you have to overcome these challenges still, right? So this is like... yeah, like it's like you're starting to like bring more alignment into yourself, but you're also starting to like juggle more things. You're starting to refocus back on what fulfills you and what brings you like fulfillment and makes you passionate, you inspired. You're starting to turn your way from this person into like your confidence in your like inner self as well. Yeah, lots about looking inward here too. So I am going to definitely add a little bit more. Let's see. Anything else about this energy here, Spirit? The Three of Wands in reverse. Anything else here, Spirit, about what's going on in their energy? The Temperance again. Yeah. So lots about you just like moving forward, starting to find more balance, starting to like fulfill yourself. Okay, that's just one more time. Ooh. Okay, whatever way you pick up. Building foundations. Yeah, there's definitely the sense of you still reminiscing on your past still a little, but I feel like you're still starting to make those movement forwards. I don't necessarily feel like you've officially gotten over this person right away. This is like this is close energy, by the way. So like you are starting to do that path of moving forward and kicking your addictions and starting to like have a big change. But what's the big change that starts this? What's the big change that starts this? Ooh. Yeah, so you start like just focus on your actual attainable goals, and like you're starting to like reflect on what it is that you actually want to start doing in your life. In reality, it's a reality. Well, let's see. Yeah, like for a while, like you felt like you haven't really probably focused on that. You've definitely just like ignored those issues, and you're now starting to like have a lot more strength in your own self and like the goals you're heading towards, and like you are going to have this new emotional beginning. I don't feel romance from like this card. I feel more like this emotional abundance, this new spark of not inspiration more so, but more like fulfillment within yourself, because you're starting to do what brings you joy. And like you've definitely like been wondering what that is, and you're just like, that's why you're like in this solitude mode, because you're looking towards your inner self to start figuring out what you want and thinking of all that as ideas. You have the Seven of Cups here too, right? And there's also a lot about just having so many thoughts that you're just unsure what to do next. But you are heading towards this new beginning, but you're just, this week is definitely like very much contemplation mode. And then probably by the end, you're going to make that actual like, okay, so you might, I don't feel like a tangible like idea, but more so like, okay, I'm going to start actually looking at least. Or like you're thinking of now like, okay, if I were to do it, what am I going to do? If I was going to do this, how am I going to do this? What are they trying to do though, Spirit? What are they trying to do? Plant seeds, inspiration, harmony. Yeah, okay, so for a lot of you it's going to change depending on who you are. You're definitely going to find that spark at sometime soon, and it's going to come, like, it's just you having an idea of some sort that's just going to spark you just heading towards passions. There's some sense of creativity here, but I can't feel what it is. It's weird. But you're going to start planting those seeds though, right? At the end of the day, that's going to bring in, like, it's because, like, whatever it is, like, it's going to be coming out of, like, this lack of harmony? Really? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's this spark of creativity coming out of then, Spirit? Oh, I'm going to have to buy a new deck. Oh, no. Let's see. Okay. Lots of fire. Okay, so whatever sparks and fuels you, like, that brings out this sense of creativity, that is, like, your inspiration, your hope, like, whether that be, like, you talk, like talking, or, like, art, creativity, dance, taking pictures, or, like, whatever sparks your creativity and makes you feel inspired, you are going to, like, make a decision that fuels that. Like, whatever fuels that aspect of your life, that is what you're going to end up focusing on, what you're going to end up doing. And, like, it's just going to be, like, yours. Like, your next step is that. But that's because this week is, like, you're contemplating, you're thinking, you're moving forward, you are starting to decide, like, I'm not going to wait for that person in my past, even though I have all these feelings, because I have other things going. I want other things in my life. And you're going to start to move forward in, like, your own little step, in your own little way. Okay, anything else then? Anything else? Ooh. Okay. So we have share your voice. Yeah, so like I said, talking. I said talking. Literally share your voice. And I feel like a lot of you might just be getting out there and speaking up more, doing your own thing, being a lot more, like, confident in what you're trying to do more. Some of you, like, may be musicians as well, and you're like, I'm going to finally make that step to, like, share my stuff online, and, like, or, like, how am I going to do that if I want to build a following like that? Like, I feel like that's the thought, and you're going to be inspired of how you're going to do it. But a lot of you, it's just, like, something about talking, like, podcasts maybe for some of you. You may really be inspired to make a podcast. Yeah, some of you may be starting, like, Instagram pages because you want to build an Instagram following of some sort. Some of you, candle making, yeah, I'm thinking candle making and, like, that type of thing. Like, you're starting something very creative, and that's a lot more, like, your own field, your own passionate, and you're, like, doing your own thing. You have longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. You have the ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you, and take a break, a life's work, not a session, get off the treadmill. So, like, yeah, this is just, like, pretty much still saying the same thing, like, everything around you, all this stuff is, like, good because it's you starting these journeys. These are your awakening stuff. If you don't go through these moments, you can't be the person you're trying to be later in your future. So don't be, like, annoyed that you aren't where you want to be. And that's why I feel like with this card, it's like you're, like, over here and you want to be where that goal already, but that's not how it works. You have to do, like, the steps one at a time, and, like, that's what this is all about. Like, you may want these moments of you, like, oh, but why couldn't I do it? Then whatever, it's all done. Like, don't hold on to your past and why you couldn't be where you are to now, and just kind of move forward and start to like take those like steps forward on these paths. And that's why it's happening for you. Like these things are like just you having these realizations to get there in the time you can, because it's just how your journey has worked. It's just because someone else was further ahead than you doesn't mean that you aren't on the right path. Like don't like you're heck, you know, they're not even actually further ahead of you. You're still like on the right track. You're still on the right time because it's happening in your own timing. And then you have take a break. A life's work, not a session. Get off the treadmill, right? So you don't have to keep like rushing forward, and like I said, it's going to take time to get there. So do take breaks. You don't have to keep rushing forward, acting like just because you do all this extra stuff doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get off right away, but it just means that you're doing more. You're definitely heading down a new path here. You're not really like sure of what's happening. You're very lost. You're not like, this path that you're heading down is definitely different than anyone else's around you, and it's unique, it's different, it's towards your own, so you don't have to follow anyone else's compass. You are definitely just making your own path, watching your own map, and creating your own like charted sea, right? You have a higher view, like this is all happening for a divine purpose. It's happening in the time it is, and that's where you're being called to do what's inspiring you to keep going forward, because that's what your higher purpose is, and that's going to bear fruit at the end of the day. And I love how these two cards, I didn't even notice, are literally blue. And when I think of blue, I think of the throat chakra, which is all about your voice. So something about your voice, blue, 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 all this blue. So like whatever, something about your voice is going to be extremely important, and you are supposed to get out there, and you are going to get to your goals, but you have to do the work to get there, and you have to trust that it's all going to happen in its own divine time. And you are starting that journey, you are unlocking that discovery, and you are going to like move forward in the path that you are meant to. But what you are doing this week and right now is you starting that journey and starting that path and starting to move forward. So don't discourage yourself. Just keep doing things in the times that they must. Okay, let's see. Any other card here, Spirit? One more time around. So we have honesty is essential. You have turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. So I feel like if you're like not feeling inspired right now, draw from a time something that makes you feel very like creative, very at home, very at peace, and be very honest about that too. Like really get in tune with how you're feeling and the emotions you have, and just take that chance that you like haven't been like maybe not wanting to take yet. But definitely just kind of work on like being honest with yourself and what you desire and what's going forward. And like would you finally be honest about what you're wanting to do? Because remember, you're contemplating like what decisions you want to do, what's the path you want to take. Be honest with yourself. What really lights your passions? What makes you inspired? What is the thing that when you wake up you don't mind doing all the time? Like that's the thing that you are meant to do, and you have to be honest about that, because sometimes we only lie to ourselves when we make ourselves believe that like, oh, we'll be so happy doing this, we'll be so happy doing that. But in reality, that stuff doesn't light your passions, and you're being asked to be honest about what do you feel like you're being drawn and called to do, and then pursue that. And from finding out what that is, that's going to unlock a piece of clarity to yourself. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Woo! So you have luck is on your side. So, these are all kind of like pinkish. And like pink is such an interesting color because like pink is not necessarily, I mostly use colors as like from chakra wheels, but pink isn't a color on the chakra wheel. So whenever I see it, I just think of like this I have to think of red, which is about your basic needs. But then I'm like, wait, but it's later, so it's not necessarily your basic needs, but you like doing the things that support that. And you do have prosperity lies ahead, and it's just time to kind of release any negative thinking. But like, yeah, there's a sense of you charging towards your goals, and it's going to bear fruit as well. And it's just going to just call in your form of inspiration, and that's going to lead to prosperity. And look, you have confidence literally right underneath it. So like, look at you. You're just doing so much, and I'm so proud of you. And I think like, you doing this and focusing on these things are really just going to bring like this form of abundance for yourself. So let's grab from this deck, and then we'll grab some charms. Okay, ancestors, angels, and my I have another deck. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Ooh. big happy changes. Yeah, there's lots of big happy changes happening your way. Someone, it might come back and you may have to want to reconsider them in the near future. But for most of you, there is like this sense of you finding balance in like some compromise. But I'm feeling like balance because just the cards that came up. So anything else here, Spirit, about what's going on here? Let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? Okay. So we have a yes. So if you're just thinking something, yes to that. And start to embrace your emotions. And like I said, just acknowledge like how you're feeling, what you want. Then that's going to lead to like change and like you starting to work on your self-improvement. And you have that thing about negative patterns too, which you're trying to release. You have that Scorpio energy that I talked about, which is like releasing negative patterns. You have partnerships around you as well, and you have renewals. So, like, honestly, you're definitely just going to go through lots of positive things happening in your life. So, I would definitely just take it as a good sign that you're starting to move forward in your path, and you're going to build a lot more fair partnerships heading in your way. But that's going to be later as you start to be more honest with yourself, a lot more transparent about what you're desiring. And then once you make you're going to make that decision soon because that's the energy you're attracting. And then from making that decision, start to make the steps to move forward and start to plan those things. You don't have, it's not a race. You don't have to plan it all today. Just take it you're one day at a time and you'll get there because it's one step further than where you were yesterday. And just doing the diligent work is a good thing. You don't have to think because someone else does this 10 times more than you or like this much better than you or this way doesn't mean you aren't doing it good right now. It's just you're doing it in your own time. And just keep working on self-improvement with that 6th house influence as well. Okay. So, hope, yeah. You also have, some of you may have a pet of some sort. You had the honesty card. Look, you had the honesty card and they had a mask too. So someone may need to be, really need to be honest here about what's like going on with themselves. You have luck in the board as well. There's definitely, you were on a period of some rest, but you are going to move away from that and just start to have more fun and start to mend. You had renewal here too, so you're definitely going to mend things within, and that's going to spark lots of hope and inspiration in your life. So honestly, just take it that like, you are doing right. I know you're kind of like worried about what's happening because you're unsure of what you're doing. But honestly, just start to like reevaluate and like what you were wanting to do. And like okay, so as like advice before I really let you like leave this reading to help you with this week is just take things one bit at a time, right? And start to really debate what brings you happy, what makes you inspired, what brings out that part of you, and be honest about it. You don't have to think, oh, well, this, but they won't happen, but this and this. No, be realistic and be like, okay, I really like to dance. I know I can't just jump in, drop out, or like drop out of what I'm doing, or can't quit my job, but I know I can start like going to dance classes and starting maybe post videos about that, or even like try to get in the right places to meet more people in that regards. Or even if you are like someone who's doing things with your voice, whether that's like public speaking or even like poetry or even just singing for some of you, or music really, starting to figure out like, okay, if I want to do that, I have to learn to be consistent. I have to learn to, how do I build a following? How do I be more creative? How do I also perfect my own craft? Like those are like little things you are going to start to think about and like start to work on that. But as you decide like, okay, but I like this, am I willing to work on it? Like that's like, you have to be honest about that. And I think that's what we like get lost in. We have all these dreams and these hopes and these wishes, but we don't see tangible plans on how to get there. And that is what Spirit's saying. Like, be patient, think about what you want, and be honest if it's something you are willing to put the time into. And if you're willing to do that, then make that step and be clear about that. So, but I think that's all I really have for your reading, pile number 1. Sorry, pile number 2. Some of you may have watched pile number 1, but let's see. That's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you for this reading and sitting here with me and like going through this. I'm actually really grateful for all of you who do. So if you like this reading, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's up in the comments. If you have any idea of what type of readings you guys would like to receive from me, just drop it in the comments. Follow me on any other of my social media platforms. I do have a TikTok and I do have an Instagram, and I will drop the links below in the comments section. In my description of the video, whatever you call it. And I hope this reading did help you out. But that is all I have for you, pile number 2. And I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching this. But yeah, thank you. Okay, let's move on to pile number 3. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Oh, well, yeah, welcome here, pile number 3. We are doing your energy check of what is being attracted into your energy. You know, we're just going to do a quick look, and then we're going to obviously just get more clarifiers, get the message, see what's up, see what's being attracted in your, like, upcoming energy. So this is, like, soon energy. I would normally say this is, like, the immediate energy coming up to next. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides, what's happening here? The Chariot, moving forward. Things are definitely seeming to have a change of some sort for you. Let's see, anything else here for pile number 3? Ooh, okay. So at the bottom, we have the 8 of coins. So you've been working very diligently towards your goals with that Chariot 2 there. Okay, so you have this page, this coins in reverse card, which is interesting because, like, oh, sorry, she's in reverse. Because the coins cards, the court cards are here. I don't necessarily feel like someone's handing you an offer here, but it's more so this feeling of, like, you're, like, focused, doesn't want a goal here. Tower. 8 of Wands in reverse. 5 of ideas. Imbalance. Okay, yeah. So I feel like this week here, you're definitely having a major change of some sort. So what you're attracting right now is just a really big shake in your dynamic, really. There's definitely, like, some feeling of feeling trapped, and you're getting out of it, though, really quickly with just how these energies are, like, very separated. I feel like these are, yeah. So I think right now you're having a major change this month, here. Right? But this change may bring some form of imbalance because it's going to just be a complete, like, change. And I mean, like, it's something's... Oh. Okay, so, sorry, I had to, like, see the whole message of her a quick second. So, that is a big change that's going to shake your dynamic, like, your structure extremely hard, a lot, and it's going to probably be something to do with your finances. Or, and then that's going to cause some form of, like anxiety and lots of thinking, and will feel trying to trap for a bit, but you're going to get out of that energy extremely quickly. It's just, there's, like, this chance you may instead of acting emotional, you're not going to neglect your emotions because of this imbalance, and you're going to charge moving forward away from this situation. And you're going to start focusing on this, like, really, like, this thing to build. So I feel like this is big shift of big changes your entire structure, feeling trapped, but then realizing you can't afford to be trapped, and you're going to get out of that, like, mindset, turn off, like, any of your emotions and move forward. Woo! That's such... Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's see more clarity of what's going on in this situation here. What's the upcoming energy? What's the upcoming energy? Yeah, so something about your finances. Something about your finances is going to make you have to juggle things for a bit. And you're going to have to, like, you're going to be planting and moving forward. Yeah, this is in reverse. So, like, yeah, you're going to be carrying a couple burdens really quickly. So, this is just a quick warning that, like, this upcoming energy, you're going to have a major change of some sort. But this is also a warning that, like, this is probably why you're going to get out of your head really quickly, because you're going to decide, like, okay, I know something's going to change, and that's going to have to make me focus and work a little bit, maybe a little harder because of something. Something's going to make your week a little bit more difficult than normal. Anything else about this energy here, Spirit? Anything else about the energy here, Spirit? Yeah, okay, so, the winged boar. So, interesting thing about the winged boar, it always represents just something being, like, extremely out of the ordinary, too. So, just something, like, it's just going to make your, it's a quick warning, like, it's just, I feel like this is something that's just going to happen towards you, to you, and it's just gonna make things hard for a little bit, but you're gonna decide, you know what, I'm just gonna deal with it, and like you're not going to like hold on to it. So let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything else here? Anything else here? Anything else here? Anything else here? What about the situation that's gonna change things? Oh yeah, like I said, like this is like energy of like you're like, gonna get up from it, but it's like going to like you're gonna feel it at first. You're gonna be like very like frustrated, like there's a sense of like feeling frustrated, of just feeling overwhelmed because of like how much you're gonna deal with, and then because you're overwhelmed, you're like, I don't want to deal with it though, and that's what I mean. Like it's a sense of like, you know you have to, and you know you're like angry, or you know you're very emotional about it, but you're turning it off because you know you can't deal with it right now. Yeah, like even with the Queen of like Chalices here, there's just this energy of you like, I am not in the right place to allow me to have these emotions come out. I'm a nurturing, you're probably a very nurturing person, but when things kind of like get really hectic, you're like, I can't afford to put my feelings in, like, I can't afford to like be wallowing in this because of this now, because I can't afford to do that. And that's the energy I feel here, like just shifting focus completely from the things that are unbalancing you because of this big change. So let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Yeah, ooh, yeah. Like you are hurt though. Like there's a sense of like you are hurt, but you're like working collaboration. The Sun, anything else? Happiness, strength. Because you're working towards this. Because you know at the end of the day, because even though all of this is happening, you're gonna work towards this. You are so super hardworking. This is very hardworking energy. Someone who, you're about that coin. You're probably one of those people that like, instead of like wallowing in your feelings when something happens, you're like, screw it, I'm just gonna focus on work and I'm just gonna work. Like that's the energy I feel here. Just like the sense of like, okay, something gets really overwhelming for a hot second, and now I'm over it. I'm checking out and I'm gone. Like because like you're not about to deal with this because you have other better priorities. And you're not gonna let something make you imbalanced. Like you're having this major change that's gonna shake things up. That's gonna want to cause this imbalance, and you're like, I'm not here for it. I am not here for it. I have other priorities. I'm too much of a busy person. I have too many things to juggle to be worried right now. And you drop it. Like that's that energy here. And like, you're just gonna move forward. You're like, I'm not here for it. So this is like, the energy you're attracting is this big change that's going to shake stuff up, and it's going to really cause some form of like entrapment within yourself, like emotional entrapment, overthinking, and just like really being in your head and feeling trapped. But you're going to get out of it really quickly because you turn off your emotions and you're like, I'm just not going to deal with this right now because I have other priorities. I have other things I need to do. And that's like the energy I feel here. Just like I have other things that are important. So honestly, do you. Let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? Let's talk about anything else about what's the energy going on here, Spirit? Anything else? One more time. Anything else? Ooh. Okay. So we have protection, call back your power, cut the cords. Yeah, you're just like, I'm not doing it. Like I said, there's this energy of you're just literally like, no more. I'm not doing this. I am not of this life. I am not about to stress and put myself through this because you're done. You're like, You have Dance with Life. So it's definitely like, you're just gonna do your own thing, have your own fun, because you know you've learned these lessons. You have boundaries. You are very sure in who you are. And you're like, I'm not gonna do this. This is very mature energy too. So like, whoever you are watching this, you're very mature, and you're like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not of these games. I'm not about to play with someone else just because of this. And like, or like, for some of you, it might just be a romantic relationship that like went south, and that's why I'm channeling this energy. But it could also generally just be like a financial thing that happens, and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna panic because there's no point in panicking. There's just this really sense of like, you don't overthink, you don't put yourself in a position to make you feel like things aren't working out in some sense of the way. You are definitely just doing your own thing, really, and there's no point to you worrying because it's just you moving forward. Sorry, I originally was playing frequencies through the videos, but then I realized that this kind of turned off because I was so focused on the reading. So I just put it back on. But let's see. This is a tarot. What did I do here? Okay, so let's grab some cards from this deck actually first. So let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. What's going on in this energy? Seeing beyond here. So I like, okay, these two are also both purple, which make me just connect to your like third eye chakra, being psychic. So some of you may like already like, you may be some form of like spiritual person or psychic, and you're like, and you know with that like what's going on here is not worth your time, or like you know you're supposed to be putting up this guard, because like there's also the sense of like, I like, these are both people who don't have shoes on, so I'm just thinking of like being connected and dancing and having fun, and just being like focusing on your abundance, your awakening to, there's definitely this energy of you like starting just to embrace your own path and your own uniqueness and the thing you're meant to do. But at the same time, it's because like of you having like these things happen to you that you're starting to be like more grateful for how much your work you put in, because like whatever is this major shift and change, it's definitely just going to bring up this new path and this new awakening in you, and you're going to start like just entering in this right way. Like you're starting to start to do the thing you are meant to do through just having this big change, right? So some of you, like I said, there's a career-ish part here too. So for a lot of you, let's say like your career, something happens in your career and you end up having to do something else, and you're like, you know what, like this is my opportunity to start this new thing, and you're going to start to like awaken and enter into this really good harmonious abundance period here too, that's going to have some form of luck. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides, but that's later energy. That's like a really big future goal. I'm just saying that that's like the potential. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit, of what's happening now, like in this energy now, like coming up now. Anything else? Okay. So you have bring love into this situation, so that, I guess you want to, okay, Spirit, I guess since Valentine's Day is so close. So a new romantic cycle is going to begin, and have faith in your dreams, look at the bigger picture, and nothing will come from this situation. So I feel like if, like I said, there's a feeling of you, like, because of this big dynamic shift and change, for some of you, you may, like, ended up, like, having a separation from a partner, and that's, like, and instead of worrying about it, you're just going to start to look at the bigger picture and do other things, and start to create more boundaries. For others of you, there's this sense of, like, you're not going to, whatever is that major shift, you're not going to hold on to it. Start to move towards your dreams, and start to have like this new period of like emotional inspiration, because you had that Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups too. And then you're going to end up moving into like looking at the bigger picture and starting to like awaken yourself and start to move towards that feeling, because you also have seeing beyond. Like there's a sense of you like having movement towards like your long-term future and your long-term goals. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything else here? The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. You also have back to what you love and forgiveness. Be supportive. So you have people who do want to be supportive around you, and like that's fine. I think I don't really see like anything of you not being with people. It's more, and I think you know that like people are around you who do support you, and they probably like let you know that they support you, and you're like starting to refocus back on that. And there is going to be like someone does want to ask for forgiveness from you, but I don't think they're going to come in right away. But they are in the energy around you, so you might be thinking of them as well, and they may be popping up in your dreams. But like you are definitely starting to shift your focus back on what actually inspires you, and like what brings you this sense of like alignment. And because you're going to start to put up these boundaries and protect your energy a lot better. Yes. That is my message for you. But let's get more cards. Let's see anything else here, Spirit, that you want me to talk about. Get more information. Anything else, Spirit? Ooh. success. You are going to end up getting some success, but you are going to recover first. You have a yes, and there's something better. And I think that has to do with this. Nothing is coming out of the situation. So this major change is a good thing because it's going to shake your foundation so you can come to this recovery period and bring in more success. So like I said, you're having a major change this week. And if you really want to know, meditating will help you bring an answer to that, like, whatever specifically you are looking at. But, like, don't... I think you should just move towards your goals at the end of the day. And just kind of just focus yourself back on what is the thing you actually want to do right now. And, like, protecting your energy and starting to move forward on your journey. But in reality of the energy you are having, I don't feel any, like, I guess the big moment could be, the tower can represent something emotional, especially with that Eight of Swords. So do expect for some turbulence this week is the best thing that I can say. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Anything else here about what's going on? I want to know more about the change, though. Like, what's that change? I want to know more about, like, that type of thing. Like, what's going on here, Spirit? Luck is on your side. I just talked about having luck. So it's like a decisive moments here. So like whatever this major change is, it's going to like bring in like, it's going to force you on a path that's going to bring discovery and like positive abundance. So I would definitely just take it as a good sign. You have something in, this is probably like your main focus over the next few months. You have the Magician. Power comes from our concentration. Resourcefulness stems from skill, ability, and logic. And I think whatever decision you are going to make that's going to like the result from this big shaken path. Like I said, it's most of the energy feels like a career change. So I feel like whatever change you are destined to do, it's going to have to do with your own actual skills. And something that you actually are like very knowledgeable about and something that you are like, you've been like studying for quite some time now, or at least you've like been like very focused on for quite some time. And this is something about like yourself with that first house, something very like important to like your own personality and your own like life, really. And like it's going to affect your approach to how you move towards everything next. We have a no. What's the no about, Spirit? What's the no about? Oh, the person from the past. I feel like this person wasn't really like, you're gonna have clarity on them. They definitely didn't fulfill you emotionally, and they definitely just weren't heading towards a long term if you were specifically with a person. So that's what the note's there for because I that energy there. And you're being asked to just cleanse your energy, especially like in this upcoming time. It's always good to cleanse your energy. Cleanse your it's like charge your crystals, cleanse your deck, check in with your energy. That's how I say it every time I see it. So we have in the next few weeks, you should collaborate with this Taurus energy. So collaboration will lead to something of great value. So definitely collaborate with other people. Like you said, those people be supportive. So definitely people around you want to be supportive of you and collaborate with them. Allow them to help you out. You have December here. And you also, within the next few days, lots of, like, important, like, stuff in the next year as well. So, I would say from this whole year for you is going to be, like, a major breakthrough moment for you. Like, this is going to be, like, your it year. Like, you're, like, I went through the most SHIT during this year. That's what's happening right now. And it's because, like, over all this time, you're going to be, like, doing all these things to work towards your goals. And, like, there's a lot about knowledge here. So you're definitely, like, going to, like, gain knowledge of some sort, right? Let me move this up because I have no memory. Okay. And you also have the second house here with the ethics. So, like, your first and second house placements, definitely take a look into that. Astrology is super cool. I wish I was more knowledgeable on it, but I'm learning bit by bit, so I'm not in a rush. But yeah, there's definitely this sense of like you moving towards the things you are doing in like whatever change you're going to have, which is probably for most of you, I think I said it's a career goal, and you're going to make that decision based on the things you have the most skill in, based on the things you're most knowledgeable in, type of thing. And that's going to help you, like, make that transition because it's like, you know what, I know this, I know all the stuff I need to, and I understand this topic, and this is like my niche, my group of what I want to do. So, and you're going to figure that out, and you're going to collaborate with people close to you coming up in these next few weeks. But the next few days is just a sense of you figuring out this stuff here, like your work ethic and what you want to do. Yeah, your work ethic, strong positive. Oh yeah, work ethic leads to prosperity, strong positive movement forward, really. And that's going to be from this knowledge of you and knowing what you are doing, really. So pretty much for your week, or like I guess like the energy you're attracting, because depending on like when you're watching this, you might watch in the middle of the week for all I know. So the next upcoming while, you're going to have a major change of some sort, and that's a warning I should let you know. And whatever it is, it's forcing you to shake the foundation of something and let it go, right? So that's like your major message, and from letting this go, you're going to lead to all this other forms of prosperity and like change that's going to bring a lot more of alignment in your life, and then all like finding your purpose, blah, 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 and that you're going to be forced to start that journey, but you are like that beginning there, okay? I think that's all I really have for your reading pile number 3. I hope the reading did help you out. Do follow me on any of my other platforms. I will also love for you guys to give me like any recommendations of what you want to see in terms of content. And if this reading helped you out, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what's up in the comments, you know, and like, yeah, just tell me what's up. And I hope this reading really helped you out. And yeah, I think that's all I really have. Bye. Okay, so we are going to move on. I know my cards are a mess, pile number 4. I am so bad at just keeping them all like in the same place, because I just am just like that. I'm just that type of person. But yes, so welcome to your reading pile number 4. We are going to see the energy that you are attracting like in the upcoming, so your immediate upcoming energy. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's see what's happening for pile number 4. What is happening for pile number 4? So, anything else here? Okay, so let's see. The Fool, so some of you may have started a new journey of some sort, or at least started to embark on a new like creative passion of yours. But part of you is very stuck and lost of what to do, really, because you're like, you started, but you're not really ending up anywhere, and that's kind of turning you a little bit cold towards the whole project, and that's getting you in your head a little, but like, yeah, but it's not like too much. Like, you're gonna get out of it really quickly, like, and you're gonna end up moving towards this like very emotional, abundant, and strong movement forward. So I feel like this month is more of this week, upcoming energy is more so a little bit of challenging energy, in the sense of like, you started something and you're not where you want to be yet, and you're like, I want to be further than where I am. But part of you also is understanding that like, you have to still keep charging towards that goal of some sort. So anything more about the energy that is happening this week here, Spirit? Or, well, what's this upcoming? Imbalance. Yeah, because there's a sense, you maybe feel overwhelmed right now. Yeah, there's a sense of you feeling overwhelmed right now, and just not being really certain of like, okay, I've been doing all this work, but like, why am I not there? Right? And yeah, like, you're doing all this work, but you're like, why am I not there yet? Right? And you're just like, I want to do more, but I don't think you really get discouraged because of this Emperor energy. So what I feel really happens is like, yeah, you start the week off a little bit like in a dumpy energy, but by the time you reach the end, or like the end of like the energy, I guess, you're going to like end up in a very strong place, and you're like, I'm just going to be very charismatic and keep going. Like, there's a sense of you just yeah, so you're going to be getting out of this like Five of Pentacles energy, and just going to be like, okay, I'm going to keep moving forward. But let's see, anything else more about that energy? Yeah, you're like delay, reflection. Ten of Swords, King of Cups. Anything else here? Sorry, my cards fell. If you see my face, At least tell me I look pretty. Okay, how do you look? Okay, so yeah, there's definitely this sense of like you really kind of being trapped in your head because you're not you haven't seen like progress from your future with what you're doing right now, and that's very discouraging. And you may be feeling like you're not seeing the true value of what's in front of you yet, but you are going to like start to find flourishment. You have the death card. So what's the death card about? What's that? Yeah, what the frick's going on with my cards? Ooh, let's see. Death card. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh my god, you can tell I'm I'm always a mess. Not in a bad way. It's just I'm always just sparky, I guess you could say. What's this energy about in spirit? What's the King of Pentacles? You're really coming up as this king energy, like it's king, and it's like that's like a good sign that like you are like you are doing things very maturely, very thought out, very well done. And some of you are really entering this this Empress energy, and things are going to start to balance out a lot more. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Anything else? Ooh. So I think you are going to move out of this. I don't see like major change. Things, you will still have to do a lot of work to keep moving forward. Yeah, there's still work you need to be doing. I think your main message here is don't get discouraged and like allow for things to come in the times they may. Also like keep manifesting it and keep working towards that goal. And, like, get up from this, like, pain that you're feeling, too. And, like, I know things may feel very unfair right now. But keep doing what makes you passionate and creative and what brings out, like, your inspiration. And really, so, I know it's hard. I know you still, like, you want to be somewhere where you're not. But just take it one step at a time. I feel that's also a message for me, man. Take it one step at a time. You don't have to keep rushing. It's okay, I know. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna pull some oracle cards. Sorry, it's a little late for me, but let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's add to pile number 4 and see what's happening in their energy. Ooh. Anything else here, Spirit? Ooh. Anything else? Okay. So you have your dreams in a practical plan, which I was pretty much like just talking about really. At the end of the day, I was like, you're working on things, but you have to keep doing it. You have to be realistic. It doesn't happen right away. Lots of Taurus energy here in green. So whatever you're doing definitely aligns with your heart chakra and what makes you happy. You do have also a new romantic cycle, and I like the fact that you have 3 new moon cards. It's like showing that you are at the beginning of a journey. Like, it just because you're not where you are where you want to be yet. Prosperity does lies ahead. You just have to keep being bold and charging forward in the way you are right now. So just keep moving forward and doing things the times that they come and allowing for things to really flourish when they are meant to, and just keep doing the work. There's this big feeling of just don't get discouraged, and I feel like that's your energy right now is feeling discouraged, and you're just like wondering like I want this so, and you're like saying I want this so bad, but why is it not here yet? And it's not because you aren't good enough. It's not because you're not doing enough work. It's just you just have to keep working at it. Like if it's something you want to do, you have to be willing to do it every day anyway, or like most days, or at least be very consistent depending on what you're doing. You're definitely awakening. You're coming into your energy, but be patient. Allow for things to come in the times they may, and it's all going to happen in divine timing. And just be very open to receiving and having things come into your life as well. Some of you may resonate with fox spirits as well, with the fox, and I don't normally mention the animals, but I'm definitely feeling a fox spirit's energy, which I think are nice. I like spirit animals. They're very cool. I'm seeing like a white fox too, so, or at least a white dog. Really big white dog, very fluffy. Oof, oof. Yeah. Probably likes to like come up to your hand. For whoever this is for, I was like, this animal really likes to come up and like lick your hand, like especially like right there. Yeah, but like whoever that is. But my ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything else here? Ooh. You have You've been trading this for lifetimes, yeah, like, and take the leap. Like, take the leap, yeah. What you're doing is fine. Like, I don't think you're on the wrong path. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working at it one step at a time, and allow for it to unfold in the ways it must. Nothing happens in a day. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day, hey, baby. But no, like, it happens in the times that it's meant to, and when you are in the better alignment with your like life, it's going to happen a lot easier. So just keep working on yourself and doing the things that bring in more abundance for yourself and bring in a lot more happiness. And believe in yourself. You are limitless, and like put in the time and that you need to hear. And also, don't be like cut off to any other person during this time. Be very honest about what you want to, right? So, okay, but yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Put more, put the time that you are already doing into this. Like, keep doing what you're doing, and I feel like that's what Spirit really wants you to know. Don't get discouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. Take that leap of faith and start to make really practical plans about how you're going to achieve your goals, or if you haven't already made that leap of faith. So just keep working at it and like plan it and start. It's okay to keep changing your plans too. Like, you don't have to be like stuck on one thing all the time. Okay. Anything else here, Spirit? Yeah, like you're entering into a new journey. The end of a cycle approaches a new journey. You had the Fool card, so like just keep doing the steps forward. There's something about July and August may be important for you as well. And what's this? Which way you're meant to be. So some of you may be affected by gossip right now as well around in your circle. So be wary of that during your week as well. But you definitely just think about your goals. And I was also just talking about like thinking about your goals and taking the time to understand and allow for things to happen in divine timing and surrender to the divine. This is a sign. So like something about June. So June, July, August. So September is like, I would say like have the 11th house. Yeah. So something during this time, I think you will fully feel like a big, massive change. So keep doing what you're doing right now. And during the summertime, you're definitely going to like have like something help you out. And during that time, some of you may be like a romantic partner, or like at least like you may be starting to be more like out there a bit more during that time, but have hopes towards those months. So keep charging forth in the time you're doing, and be very bold and optimistic about this moving forward, and just keep expanding in the way you're doing and keep being dedicated to these things. And be patient for it to fully come back to you, though. So I feel like just keep doing what you're doing, and the payoff is going to come at one point. Just make the plans to move forward, and allow for things to come in the times they may. So just relax. I think I grabbed cards from this. Did I? I'll grab a card just in case. Anything else here, Spirit? Listen to your intuition. Yeah, like keep. Don't stop. Improve your health. Don't stop moving forward. Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else? A year from now, unlikely. What's the unlikely about them, Spirit? What's the unlikely about? If you're like wondering about a particular connection, I would say that it's unlikely that this person would come back. So just like leave them. Second. Okay, so so it's unlikely that if you're like holding on to someone from your past, it's unlikely that they're going to come back, but there is someone else who wants to have a future with you and that wants to be very stable, and that person's coming towards you, and they're just trying to find balance as a way to do that, and they're like getting up from their own past and like getting over their own worries. But yeah, so like if you're wondering about love, it's like it's going to come, not right now, that's like a future thing. That's why you're probably having a year from now, because right now you're working towards your goals, and don't stop doing that, because like there's like better that's going to come from that. Your dreams, yeah, so your dreams may be important for you. You do just seem to have an offer of some sort, something about beauty and creativity. You are gonna. What's the lock up? Okay. So some of you may be cutting off things from the past and starting to go through change. There's stuff about community and being interconnected here. Like lots about letting go. These are all like letting go things for me. And like change and letting go, transformation, and then you have like your dreams with the dream catcher, and you also have like your hopes, and you also have the 11th house too, which talks about hopes and dreams and like prosperity towards the future. And you also have like since you have like this guy, what's this one? Don't feel trapped. I feel like some of you may be holding on to something as well, and this is like you holding on to it. It's still it's still in your energy. So don't I feel like that's something you need to work on releasing. So just work on that. You don't have to worry about it. I don't think it's too deep of an issue, but definitely just take that into consideration that you should move on from it for now, especially if you're holding on to someone from the past. Just move on for now, because it's not in your best interest to keep holding on. I didn't really read into the energy of the situation, but I do know that whatever's went on there, it's just better for you to have your own room right now to breathe and to grow, and something better will come into your life right now to help bring you back into better alignment, and that's a good thing. Just allow for good things to happen to you. Okay. I think that is all I really have for your reading, though, pile number 4. Please, if you like the reading, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's up in the comments. And, totally, if you have any ideas that you guys want me to personally do for this channel, just let me know, and I will definitely add it to my list. But that is all I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you. Have a good day, night, evening, wherever you are catching this. And if anything, follow me on my other platforms. I do have an Instagram as well, and a TikTok, and I'm going to leave the links in below in the description. But yeah, thank you for sitting through this reading with me. But that's all I have for you today, pile number 4. Thank you.